Hi, it's time for another book review. Can I be a bit more out of pitch? Thank you very much. So this week I am reviewing this book, and it is called Breaking Free: How I Escaped Polygamy, the FLDS Cult, and My Father Warren Jeffs by Rachel Jeffs. This is what it looks like. Just plain. This down here is Rachel Jeffs, and this up here is her father Warren Jeffs. So let's break this down. It says here, How I Escaped Polygamy. First of all, some of you might not know what polygamy is. It basically means that you are romantically involved with multiple people. Now, what does the FLDS stand for? And now, because this is quite a long name, I have to read from the actual book. And FLDS stands for the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So, FLDS is basically a Mormon fundamental cult. Can you say that? Fundamentalist cult? I'm not sure if you can say that. I tried to Google exactly what it was, but I didn't come up with anything like good. Because how much can you really trust Wikipedia? FLDS cult is a very so in the FLDS cult there is one prophet, and this prophet gets messages and rules and guidelines, and they have a specific word in this book. I can't remember what it's called, but from God. So the prophet is the only one who can receive messages from God himself. So when Rachel grew up, the prophet was her grandfather, but he was sick, and so her father, Warren Jeffs, were kind of like the spokesman for the prophet, and he was the only one who met the prophet and received the messages that God had told the prophet, and then told Warren, who then told the entire community, and that's that. To let you know exactly what this book is about, I should read what it's about, because I feel like this is a quite difficult book to describe. So I'm just gonna read it and hopefully you'll understand. Rachel Jeffs grew up at her father's side as he attained power and ultimate control of the FLDS Church, a strict patriarchal culture where the women are subordinate to the men, and everyone is at the mercy of an increasingly unstable prophet. Living outside mainstream Mormonism and federal law, Warren Jeffs established a cult in which members are brainwashed to do his bidding. Underage girls are married to men they don't know. Parents are separated from the children, and people are cast out forever at the prophet's merest whim. Even after the FBI placed Warren Jeffs on its 10 most wanted list, and he received a life sentence for child sexual assault, Jeffs' iron grip on the church remains firm, and his edicts to his followers grow increasingly restrictive and bizarre. In Breaking Free, Rachel Jeffs offers a stunning look at the life inside this notorious cult from the unique perspective of both being the favorite of Warren Jeffs' more than 50 children and the object of his most depraved relations. Compelled into an arranged polygamous marriage, locked away in house of hiding as punishment for perceived transgressions, and physically separated from her children. Rachel, Jeff's first plural daughter by the second of his more than 70 wives, eventually faced a terrible decision. Should she stay in this hell, or should she leave everything and everyone she'd ever known? A shocking and mesmerizing story of faith, abuse, and courage. Breaking Free is both an expose of religious extremism and a portrait of extraordinary resilience. Hope you could understand. If you didn't, you can read it in the description box below. I will write the whole back of this book, on the inside of this book, like this part. Now when you know what it's about, I'm going to tell you a bit more what I personally think about the book. So I was intrigued by this book because I didn't know much about polygamy, how it is to live in a polygamy community or be in a polygamy marriage or family. I still don't, obviously, because I'm not in a polygamy marriage or family. But now I know a bit more about how it can be for some polygamy marriages or family. I also didn't know anything about the FLDS Cult. What I love about this book is that you get to learn some things, you get an insight into a culture that you might not be that exposed to and might not know that much about. Like second-hand insight, because Rachel Jeffs grew up there. This is her story. This is what happened to her and her family and so many more in the cult. What I also love about this book is that you feel things when you read it. You get angry, you get mad, and because, like I said, about 95% of what's happening in this book are bad. So what I felt the most was angry and disgusted for reasons you will learn if you read the book. What I also like about this book is that there are pictures in it. And I know it sounds like I'm 5 and need pictures for me to read a book. But honestly, you just get to see more of her family. And there's a few pictures here. I'm not going to show everything. And these are most of her sisters in South Dakota. Like, can you see how many there are? Like, seriously. And these are just the girls. What about the others? Like, there's so many. I really like that she did is that she put her family tree in it. So here it says Warren Jeffs, 78 wives and 53 children. So here you have, for example, Annette Barlow and all of the children she had with Jeff, and then Barbara Barlow, which is Annette's sister, and all the children she had, including Rachel Jeffs. And then it just goes on. There's so many. Jesus, 78 wives and 53 children. Can't you just stick to one? Anyway, I just thought that was interesting to just see how many there were and what the names are. I just found it interesting, okay? I do highly recommend it because it's very interesting, even though a lot of what's going on in the book are absolutely horrendous and unthinkable and unimaginable and inhumane. It's still very interesting to read about it and also get more educated about it, even though you know that this is just one person's story. Some other people, they are perfectly fine with how it is there. Rachel Jeffs is one of the strongest females I've ever read about, and what she's been through in life, because she is a real person, and what she's been through and like how she dealt with that is so, like, I don't even know how to describe, because the way she did it, like, she was so strong throughout the whole thing. She was strong even when she was absolutely wrecked. Like, she was wrecked, she was tired, she was sad and angry and disappointed and scared, but she was so strong. Because I haven't been through it, and hopefully I'll never will be, I can't imagine how it would be or how I would react if I were in the same situation. But I highly doubt that I would have been as strong as she was, or she is, because she's still alive. I commend her, I applaud her, I bow down to her. She's such a strong person and I admire that. Rachel Jeffs, seriously, I applaud you. I think you're incredible. I think you're so strong, along with your sisters like Becky and Angela. So strong, like I can't even begin to understand. So, would I recommend this book? Absolutely, especially if you're interested in any of the things that are in the title of this book, so polygamy or the FLDS Cult. I would also recommend this if you're looking for a book where there's a strong female lead, and also her development in the book, like her personality and mentality development in this book is so astonishing. Can you say astonishing in this context? I don't know. I just really found it interesting. But yeah, that is all I have for you. Hopefully I made some kind of sense. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you are intrigued to read this book. And comment down below what your thoughts are about polygamy and the FLDS Cult. And everything you get to learn about it in this book, which is a lot, like everything, like all the rituals and like the amount of times they have to pray. Oh, he makes them pray. All the weird, very weird and not even logical rules he says. It's very interesting, go read it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, which is Friday, with another mental illness and mental health type of video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!